everyone. Welcome to Pouring Takes. I'm Charlie Van.
And I am Raya. Charlie, who needs bye-week blues when we're in this beautiful, beautiful setting? Oh, my God. Where are we?
We are at the State Fair inside the Cotton Bowl.
Holy shit.
It's amazing. I mean, I'm just turning and I'm looking. There's the field right there where we just saw, Texas beat OU a weekend ago. And got to give a shout out, first of all, to the State Fair of Texas having us here.
Amazing.
Mr. Jay Bowman, our contact, setting this all up. We're going to be browsing around today. So tune into our Instagram. But, man, this is exciting.
Yeah, this is really cool. And it's the final day of the fair. So all the stars just aligned for us to be here. And I'm just so grateful for this experience. This is something I didn't think we'd be in this position. And we've been together under Pouring Takes for almost a year now, the three of us. And just the growth from all of us in the last year has just been insane. And this is just, part of the dealio.
Well, we said we want to do more events, and here we are. We want to take the show on the road. Usually every week we're, at a local sports bar or restaurant. So this is super cool. Once again, big shout out to the State Fair of Texas. Producer Tanner, what do you think, man?
Man, this is the coolest thing I maybe have ever done.
Agreed.
Did you ever think that you would be, producing inside the Cotton Bowl?
Absolutely not. I thought for sure it was going to be Bryan Street Tavern for the rest of our lives.
Yeah. Shout out, though, to Bryan Street. We do love Bryan Street, but it is good to do big and new things, and we love the fair, so why not?
Yeah. So like Charlie said, we're going to do like a quick overview of what's going on in the world of Dallas sports now, and then we are going to be on the road. We're going to go vlogging through the fair, so you'll get to see us try some food, try some drinks, maybe ride some rides. I don't know. We're going to find out. But this is a really, really cool and exciting opportunity. So I don't even know where to start. Do you want to start with good things or bad things?
Well, let's start with the bad. Well, is there good things? I don't know with this game.
Oh, I was just saying.
Just in general. Okay. Well, let's do it the bad. Let's do it because it's been a week.
It's a bye week.
It's a bye week, which we needed. Bye. The Cowboys, they're 3-3 now. But man, what a
ass kicking?
Yeah, I was gonna say shellacking. Is that even
shellacking?
It was terrible. I believe on the last episode I had picked Detroit to win.
No, I think we both did.
Yeah,
and then I doubled down and I said, do it because I did the double down.
Yes.
I was trying to repay the football gods, and that fully backfired. Fully.
Didn't go down very well.
No.
Well,
it's like one of those shots you take that just sits in your chest.
Malort.
And
your favorite?
You have to throw up immediately. It's disgusting. It was awful. I was texting with both my parents, and both my parents were disgusted. How much of the game did you actually watch?
Oh, no, I watched, unfortunately, all of it.
You did, from top to bottom. You didn't even go.
No. I was at the Stars game. We'll talk about that positive here in a second. But I watched it, and, it was just so rough. It was hard to watch.
Yeah.
Just so sloppy both sides. No complimentary football at all.
No.
Just didn't look well prepared.
No.
Obviously those turnovers, the interceptions from Dak, but that was just a recipe of what the whole team was doing.
Dak just has to play hero ball.
Yeah,
and
shouldn't have to.
Yeah, exactly. This is the whole doing more with less issue that the Cowboys have been facing all year, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Defense just could not hang. That two monster running back combination from Detroit, David Montgomery and Jamar Gibbs, who, by the way, David Montgomery, we just found out, has been injured in the game against the Vikings right now because it is Sunday. But yeah, those two just ran all over us. Amon-Ra St. Brown had a great game. Everything was clicking for the Lions. Lions either really game planned as well, or the Cowboys just phoned it in yet again.
They even had this is the kind of in-game disrespect. They even had a trick play with an offensive lineman, scoring.
Dan Campbell did not hold back.
No, he was a little petty from last year. They should have won last year.
Do you blame him?
No, I think that was a game, not that it mattered because they ended up making the NFC Championship, but it was the last game of the season, or one of the last games of the season for them, and that penalty is still a year later that lingered. But have
you ever held a grudge that long?
I don't think so. I'm pretty water under the bridge. Like,
I am definitely a grudge holder.
Yeah.
I will make somebody pay.
Do not make her mad.
When I'm mad, when I'm quote big mad, as the kids would say.
Big mad.
I'm not one to fuck with.
There you go. Well, they're duly noted. So don't mess with Raya. So you should be big mad, have a grudge over this Cowboys team right now.
I stay having a grudge with the
Well,
Cowboys.
okay, and it's also just the brilliance of Ben Johnson. I mean, he is going to have at the end of the season several spots that will want him to be head coach.
Maybe we'll be one of them.
I mean, that would be smart, but let's not hold our breath there. But I mean, yeah, just defense couldn't stop. And here's the thing. Dowdle, a week before that Steelers game, had a big game. You don't even give him much time, on the field this time. Like, why take, essentially the guy you want to be your number one running back out?
Yeah, and I know Zeke is really upset with the number of carries he's been getting. Just this offense, there's nothing going right. There's no solid game plan. There's nothing you can really trust. Trade deadlines coming around. No moves are being made. Jerry Jones has been adamant about staying pat with the roster he has, and is just like, well, it is what it is.
Yeah, no, it's not good. Complacent, of course. You are seeing his frustration, which I'm like, Jerry, you did this.
Does he really think he can fire somebody from a
radio show? Yeah,
Do you think
that
he really
whole thing
has that
with
kind
the
of
fan.
power?
No, I mean, I think
because he can't fire us.
No, he can't. And hey, you don't want.
Please try, Uncle Jerry.
Yeah, you can. We're independent. Also, you don't want to hear the fans' take because they're going to be super harsh, Jerry. I don't think you have that thick skin for that. But also, you're the reason behind all this. You didn't pay Derrick Henry or go out and get someone equivalent. You let Dan, Quinn walk, which I wasn't surprised because we figured he was going to probably get
and he deserved it.
Yeah.
I mean, the issues you have with him is he runs his mouth all offseason. We're going all in. We're going all in. You do nothing until hours before the first game of the season starts. You pay Dak, you pay CD, and it's just like, okay, now what? Like, what else?
Yeah.
What else does all in mean? And then you're talking about all of these great players are on the trading block right now. I mean, I just looked at the list yesterday, and I don't know. We could probably use a guy like a Travis Etienne. I don't know.
Yeah, Travis.
Alvin
Kamara possibly could be shopped around.
Yeah, because
from
the
Saints
season
mess.
is, oof.
They have not won since they've beaten us.
Maybe
and
it's a
had the
Cowboy
parade.
curse.
It could be. Could it be? I was seeing Jimmy finally going in the Ring of Honor, and maybe that we always said there was a curse. Well, maybe we reversed the curse.
I don't know.
Last year.
I don't think there's a curse when you're purposefully shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah.
This isn't bad luck. This isn't like, oh shit, that was a really bad call with 30
Yeah.
seconds left in the game. This isn't, oh man, Dak got hurt and he's done for the season. No, this is just.
So.
We're back.
Okay.
All right.
So, yeah, this isn't just bad luck. This is you purposefully, sabotaging yourself. It's not like, one of your players got injured. It's not like bad calls are ruining games for you. It's literally like you're just bad.
Yeah, you're just nobody, and this is why, obviously we talked about this a few episodes ago, who's to blame. I mean, obviously the players got to play, but they don't look prepared.
Nope.
And that is coaching, and especially, it starts with Mike McCarthy, and then, with Zimmer, he was known to be the intensity guy. That's why I was kind of excited to.
There has been no ass opening.
There's no ass opening, as Ray liked to say. It's been closed cheeks.
Closed cheeks.
But no, but that's how the overall team is, no intensity. And it does start in the offseason. Okay, here's the thing. You do bring back Zeke, whatever. Still in the draft could have done something. So many running backs. You look at the success that a Braylon Allen, especially Bucky Irving, and all these guys are having that could have been there at 4, but you gave up a 4th round for Trey Lance. You still could have gone after them in the 3rd round. You just didn't do anything.
Charlie, how many times are we going to sing the same song?
Every year.
No, every episode now. I feel like we're a spinning hamster wheel. Win or lose, we are down in the dumps. We are upset with Jared. We are upset with the coaching staff. We are upset with the players. Looking ahead, next game, and we don't have to make picks or whatever now because we're recording in another 2 days, and we'll do that then. But like, you think about it, you got San Fran next. You're gonna still have to play Philly twice. We're gonna have to play
The Commanders twice.
Washington twice. New York one more time.
And Atlanta.
Hot Atlanta. Yeah. I keep forgetting that Atlanta's having a really good year, bringing in Kirk Cousins. Now that was an all-in move, by the way. So like, you know, what happens? Like, are we just literally every Sunday, not every Sunday, but every time we record together, is this what our show is? Just talking in circles? Like, what else can be done here?
Well, I don't know. I mean, if you don't make a trade, I mean, there's nothing that can be done. I mean, because there's only up, and it doesn't seem like they want to take that direction.
I don't think there's an only up. I think there's further down to go.
Well, I mean, you know, you would think that you can move up in the right direction, but I don't think. Yeah, I mean,
I
this
have
is
a solution. I have a solution to our problem. Mavs and Star season is starting.
Yes,
as
it
we
has.
are so perfectly dressed up for.
So excited. I mean, Stars are looking good. I mean, they are a big positive here. I mean,
yeah, that's right. I just did a hot transition because I just couldn't take it.
Yeah,
anymore.
no. Well, I think it's been a week. Everyone knows how everyone feels about the Cowboys, and like I said, we do have another episode where we'll dive in to San Fran. But to the positive, I mean, the Stars, they beat Oilers yesterday 4-1.
Stars have only one loss on the season
Yeah,
so far.
yeah, it was to Washington on Thursday, I believe it was.
Yep.
So, but other than that, they looked fast. They just extended Onager to an 8-year deal.
Okay, you read my mind. I was going to go in that direction. So when the season wrapped this past summer, you and I were talking about moves that the Stars need to make to become a better team to get out of the Western Conference Finals and eventually win a Stanley Cup. One of the things we talked about was possibly trading Otter or going in another direction.
Yeah.
Knowing that we had this conversation, how do you feel about it now? Are you happy that Otter extended? Do you feel like Otter maybe should have waited? Do you feel like the Stars jumped the gun? Like, where are your feelings on this extension?
Well, I think losing Wedgwood, I think it kind of pushed them a little bit more to like, hey, okay, I mean, even though they brought in DeSmith, still, like, I feel like they, like, you know, we got to wrap this up. You know, he's healthy. I think it was all going to come down to, like, and, like, I like Otter. It's just, you know, obviously the injuries, you know, and I mean, he's pretty consistent. Playoffs, you know, the big moments.
I mean, I
I
agree with you. That comes with time.
Yeah.
But also with the big extension comes a lot of pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if he is going to be ready for that because you're judged at a completely different level when you sign a contract like that.
Mm-hmm.
And my other issue is, from like an athlete standpoint, I don't think he should have signed at this time. I think he should have played out this season and waited for the other goalies. Igor Shesterkin, for example, in New York, to see what their contracts look like, because he could have potentially gotten more money. The salary cap does go up next season in the NHL, so I just kind of felt like on both sides it was a little premature. Like something. It kind of felt like when they re-signed CD with the Dallas Cowboys, right?
Yeah.
Like it just had to be done, and they forced it a little bit.
I agree. I mean, because once again, my concern always is the health, because, you know, he missed quite a bit of time in the beginning of last season, and, you know, do you want to commit to that long term? Where, I mean, there's always
we're
a season.
literally talking about what, a 26, 27-year-old?
Yeah, 8 years, 8 years. But I will say I am glad to have him on the roster. We just got to wait to see if it's going to be all worth it. And it's hard to say now. There's so much hockey to be played. But I will say overall positive. I mean, this team's clicking.
How do you feel about the new blood on our team? You know, Pavelski retiring, bringing in the guy's name starts with an L.
Lukushkin. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, his last name is a little.
I'll look this up and I will remember it for next time.
I love the young blood. I was at the game last Sunday, and I will say when they. Who did they play? Oh, they played the Kraken.
Yep.
And I mean, it was mainly all
was
the
it
young.
Kraken-Laken?
It was. I mean, well, you couldn't. I mean, the first period they scored twice back to back.
And then no goals for the rest of the game.
Yeah, but you know what though? I'm fine with that because the defense held it down, and that's always been the knock. You know, is the defense of this team. They look sharp. They look fast. I mean, Stankoven. Obviously, Wyatt has taken the reins here.
I was gonna say it looks like Stankoven could be a legit possibility for Rookie of the Year, even though I know he came in towards the end of last year.
But it transfers over.
Exactly. So it's still technically his rookie season.
Baseball does that too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they're saying he could be a legit front runner for Rookie of the Year. We got a couple other young guys coming up, but
is him and Wyatt going to be the new Ben Sagan combo?
Probably,
for
and
the
you
future?
don't. And that's what I was gonna say. I mean, Sagan had a couple has had quite a few goals already this season, so that's good to see him being able to move and shake. And I just hope it's all sustainable. But for me, my big three: Robo, Hintz, and Miro.
I love Hintz.
They are all looking great.
Yeah, you need those veterans, and what's great because we're talking about contract, so I did a little research. Well, I mean, it kind of popped up, my timeline on X. That a lot of those guys are signed till 2030.
Yep.
So, I mean, the ceiling is super high. But I do feel like there is this urgency of now, even though they do have these long-term, because you have pretty much a lot of the same team with sprinkled added some new blood. DeBoer's got to fill it a little bit. Your team 2 years in a row has made the conference championship. Last year, obviously, they were a huge favorite to go all the way, win all of it. Didn't. You get that win last night over the team that upset you. I mean, I know it's one game. There's many games, but that's got to feel really good. But is it Stanley Cup or bust this year?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah.
I mean, all these guys' jobs are on the line.
Yeah.
I mean, even though we locked all these players down until 2030, like you said, but Pete DeBoer has been under a lot of scrutiny for not being able to get us over the hump. I mean, we've been to the Western Conference Finals back-to-back years. We had a Stanley Cup Finals trip in 2020. Like, this team is built to win a championship. And if we don't get that championship, heads will roll.
Yeah, and especially up until that conference final, I mean, how you were winning. I mean, you beat your nemesis, the Golden Knights, who were the last year's champions before last. And then you beat the champions before that, Avalanche, who's everybody's boogeyman when it comes to the playoffs. So, and you beat them pretty single-handedly, I would say. For most of those games, you were pretty dominant in. And then you also showed that you can overcome in overtime, which has also been a hard for us to do. So it looked all right until it wasn't.
Yeah, I just felt like they ran out of gas. But I think, like you said, the defense was the most important thing for them to address in the offseason. So I'm very curious to see how that pans out over time. I mean, we've only had 5-6 games at this point. So for me, it's a tough call to say, oh, my God, it's all fixed. I mean, I'm gonna need a little bit more data.
You are a numbers person.
But, we'll see. For me, what is your thought, how far do you think this team is going to go? Make like a crazy early prediction.
Yeah, no, I mean, I could see them making the conference championship again. I mean, just the way they're playing. I mean, it's still early, but, I mean, they're kind of in the same mojo that they were last year. I mean, they, sure, they lost Tanev, but they brought back Duchesne. I mean, they still can make some moves mid-season. They have all the right tools. I'm not worried about how the season will be. I'm worried about them just getting to the finish line. That they've shown that they can. Once you know, I always say, when you know how to win, you always find a way to.
Absolutely.
But for them, they know how to win. It's just winning it all. Just living up to, I won't say the expectation, but their best potential, because they have fallen short of it. And I will say last year's team was much better than 2022. I think 2022 is kind of a Mavs scenario where they exceeded expectations. I think this team is better than the team last year.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. Everybody's kind of found their groove. Everybody has chemistry with each other. We've been together for some time. I'm expecting, seriously, I am expecting a Stanley Cup trip.
Yeah.
And win.
Yeah,
possibly.
I mean, I think them.
I hate saying that.
Well,
I
think the early odds. I mean, I think they're up there. Oilers again.
Florida.
Florida is going to be Florida, and even you can't count out Boston or any of them. But I mean, I could see it being a Stars Panthers finale.
Yeah, but so we'll keep an eye, obviously, on our Stars. Maybe go back to American Airlines Center and do another show from out there.
So we're saying the Stars are bright.
Stars are bright.
Shine.
Deep in the heart of Texas, because we're in the Cotton Bowl.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Shout out again, State Fair, Texas, for having us here. This is so awesome. So cool. So surreal.
I know.
Just can't stop looking.
I know. This is wild. I'm like, is this how Pat McAfee feels every time he's in a stadium? Because, wow. No wonder he's always so hopped up on energy. And I'm not just talking about the Red Bull I drank before the show.
Yes.
Okay, so switching gears. Mavs season will start this Thursday. We've had a pretty interesting preseason. Luka sat out the first couple weeks with a calf contusion. But, we're going to get to see more of Klay Thompson, the return of Kyrie Irving. Remember, we finished second in the NBA last year, losing to Boston in the finals, which is not the worst thing in the world.
No, but if you ain't first, you're last.
Yeah, you're the first ones to be last if you're second. So, anyway, how are you feeling going into this season?
Well, I'm excited. I mean, I thought I was all for the Klay Thompson move, and then sprinkle on Spencer Dinwiddie coming back. And
among other acquisitions that look great.
Najee
Marshall,
Quinn Grimes, so that is all in. I mean, I'm intrigued to see how it all plays out. No pun intended, but and Derek Lively. Season 2, but he played like he was a veteran last year as a rookie.
I can't wait to see the steps forward he takes under the mentorship of Tyson Chandler, by the way.
It's just all going to come down how Kidd adjusts and adapts these lineups. I really do feel that, and that didn't help, but that goes in everything.
But he did a great job down the stretch last year.
Yeah, he did.
We saw all of the great things happen. We got that 4th seed of the playoffs where we were expected to be a play-in team, and then we make it all the way to the NBA Finals, taking out teams like Oklahoma City, Minnesota.
I like you did that with a Minnesota accent.
Oh, that's how I say Minnesota. I don't know why. But, I saw like a meme a few weeks ago about how the Dallas Cowboys, the Dallas Mavericks have basically ruined teams by beating them. So it started with them breaking up the Suns after they sent the Suns home.
Oh, man, what a
and then
unravel that was.
They did it to the Clippers because they beat the Clippers in the playoffs, and they've done it to now Minnesota, trading away Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah. They're a home wrecker.
They are. They are the Western Conference wreckers.
They're the reverse of Good Luck Chuck. Instead of that person getting married and whatever, it's the opposite. They just destroy them.
Yeah. Could you make an argument that the Dallas Cowboys, I did it again.
See, we can't even stop. We're just like any other media there. We can't stop talking about the Cowboys. It's always
Do you
on our
feel
mind. It's a
like
scar.
the Dallas Mavericks are the boogeymen in the West?
Well, I think for sure. I mean, I think the moment they brought in Kyrie and now they're playing like that, just having a guy like Luka. I mean, teams talk about how tough it is playing Luka and adjusting. Now you add Klay Thompson in and bring back Spencer Dinwiddie. I mean, you can't overlook them. They're definitely worth being in the conversation. Now, you still got Denver. I mean, I think Denver is still a boogeyman because Jokic. But and a lot of people buy into the Thunder. We will see. They definitely have a huge ceiling because they're younger.
Yep.
But, I mean, I feel like the veteran package is this Mavs team.
Yep, I agree. And I think they made all the right moves in the offseason to bring that veteran presence, that outside shooting, that defense we need. So, all good things. All good things happening at the American Airlines Center.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited. I'm ready for
I'm
Thursday.
ready.
I'm ready for the 82 games. Do we want to tease what's coming from us that has to do with basketball season?
Yeah, I think we can.
Yeah?
I mean, hey, we're on an adventure here.
We're on an adventure?
Let's bring them in.
All right. So, Pouring Takes is having our first ever giveaway.
Yes.
Yes, we are. This year, we are giving away a signed Dirk Nowitzki jersey to one of our lovely followers. How do you enter this raffle, you ask? There's a couple ways. If you follow us on any of our platforms, and that includes Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, follow us there. That is 1 entry. Share us on your story. That's going to be 3 entries. And for the last one, if you leave us a review or a comment, that'll give you 5 entries. What do you think? How does that sound?
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad she came up with all the steps because on how to do it. I think that's so cool, and we're trying to definitely help get fan engagement here and support. And I mean, why not, a signed Dirk jersey? What do you think, producer Tanner?
I think I'm gonna sign up a whole bunch of fandom accounts.
Oh yeah, we got the bots.
That.
Make a bot.
Get a bunch of comments going because I want to wear that Dirk jersey all day, every day.
Yes.
Yes. So you will have until the finals of the in-season tournament that takes place on December 17th to register.
So we're going to get that kicked out of the way here soon. So we're super excited. We want to get you guys out there involved.
I
Super
mean,
fun.
yeah. Who knows? Next year you could be sitting here with us.
Yeah, you can
hanging
be
out
chilling
at
with
the
us
Cotton
at the
Bowl.
Cotton Bowl. You know.
But yeah, amazing things happening in the lives of Pouring Takes for sure.
Yeah.
There's a sweet moment happening behind you with a dad playing with
Oh,
his son.
that is
Oh.
awesome. You
in
never
the Cotton
know.
Bowl.
That's
Maybe
adorable.
a future Longhorn, maybe a future Sooner. That's awesome.
Aw.
Such a nice day out
See?
here, too.
Cotton Bowl, where dreams come true, right?
They do indeed. They do indeed.
All
Well,
right. So before we move on from the Mavericks, give me your wild, or way too early prediction. Go.
I say Mavs at least make the Western Conference Finals. At least that.
Okay, I'm gonna go a little wilder.
Yeah.
Luka finally wins MVP this year.
Awesome.
I think it's time. I think he's got the right supporting cast. I think this team is going to make some noise as they did last year, even more noise. I mean, they're going to have more eyeballs on them this year anyway.
Yeah.
And I think Luka is going to have his best complete season.
I hope so. You know, obviously we got to get the emotions intact, but maybe having like a Klay Thompson. Also, Najee seems like that teammate that can be like, dude, just shut up and play.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is it. This is his year.
It's going to be the standing on
You
business,
guys,
everyone,
you guys,
individually
this
and together.
is year 7 for number 77,
Yeah.
and 777 are my
Ooh,
angel numbers.
I see.
So I'm rocking with Luka this year.
All right, I like those odds. I hope you're right, but I think we both feel very positive about the Dallas Mavs, and it kicks underway this coming Thursday. Of course, we'll get more into it on Tuesday night's episode.
What about you, Tanner? What you
Mavs
thinking?
in 6. Luka buzzer beater.
Yes, I like that. Well, this is his time to be the Dirk.
Yep.
You know?
Be the Dirk. Put that on a bracelet.
Be the Dirk.
And
There
Be
you
the
go.
Dirk.
Live your life like that. Be the Dirk.
Hey,
That's our new
just
T-shirt.
having the privilege of meeting and talking with Dirk so many times, like he's such a great person. So if
No
you're gonna
doubt.
be anyone, he's definitely one of those guys. You know what he does for the community.
Do you think Luka will sing "We Are the Champions"
I hope so.
better
Absolutely.
than Dirk?
I hope so. Well,
Abso-
that would be fun. That would
For
be fun.
sure.
I mean, he's a personality already, so
I would like to see more of his personality.
yeah.
But I do enjoy those pregame like wild shots.
Mm-hmm.
Those are fun.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens, but basketball getting underway this week, and of course, obviously, the Stars rocking it so far.
So, little teaser about Tuesday night. We are going to be at Four Corners Brewery hanging out for a beer pong tournament.
Yeah.
What is this, Charlie?
Well, it's part of our thing. You know, we love sports, we love drinking, and we love drinking games. And yeah, Four Corners, they do a weekly. Well, they spread it out beer pong tournament. So feel free. I actually got to do one time. It's a lot of fun. So it goes from like 7 to I think 9.
Okay, very cool. Is there like a entry fee?
No, free.
Oh,
yeah,
free
you
to-
sign
free to
up.
play. Look at
yeah,
that.
or at least from what I remember last time, yeah, you show up, sign up, sign your team. You know, of course, it's it's water cups, and yeah, enjoy the game, enjoy the nice beers over there
I was
because they
going
have
to
a
say,
lot
is
of
there
it.
a specific beer I should try? I think I've only been to Four Corners
Well,
once.
I mean, I always say everything's preference. I mean, you get a lot of.
But you know me.
Yes. I mean, their local buzz is great. Of course, you do get those in stores. I always love their taproom beers, only because you don't always get them out. So they have a really good New Zealand IPA. That's
Ooh.
really good. I forget
Ooh.
the name, but it's a really good.
I'm not an IPA person.
No, but they also have they have a really good rye pilsner. I think.
There
you'll like.
you go.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm your Huckleberry.
But yeah, it's fun. They got great food. Oh, they have a really good elote.
Ooh, I'm excited. I'm really
Yeah.
excited. I haven't been, like I said, the last time I was at Four Corners was probably like a year and a half ago. So it's been a while.
It's fun. Yeah, come stop by, check us out. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure. Is there anything we want to get into?
Well, I mean, I think, and we'll cover this too on Tuesday. You got the UFC.
Oh, yes. I keep
Coming up.
forgetting we got to tease another event. Look at us.
Yes, UFC.
And we'll get more details on Tuesday, but UFC 308, Abu Dhabi. I am blanking on who. Oh, yeah, it's Holloway
Holloway and
Topuria.
Tapura. And we got our guy Jeff Neal, Hands of Steel,
Yes, we do.
fighting. He's taking on RDA, Rafael dos Anjos.
What'd you just say?
I know. My brain just. I need a corn dog.
Dos Anjos.
Yes. RDA.
I don't speak Portuguese. Who am I trying to kid?
No, it's a good stat card. it's going to be during the day because it is in Abu Dhabi.
So that
which is
means
great.
we're going to have a daytime drinking watch party.
Got football going on too.
It's going to be, that Saturday is just going to be so fun. Halloween parties at night. Like, so come by, come see us, go out for Halloween after. If you come in costume, I will buy you a shot. Like,
There
let's
you go.
Let's go.
So I'm coming in costume.
I buy you shots all the time. Stop it.
No, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I mean, I love this time of year. There's just so much between fighting and pro and college sports and Halloween, and so it's just.
Shout out SMU.
Oh yeah, SMU.
Big win against Stanford
Man,
last night.
talk about what a season there. Of course, we're here at the Cotton Bowl. We see Texas. Obviously,
Texas and Oklahoma both had really bad days yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, especially Texas. You said you weren't surprised.
Nope, not at all.
Why?
Texas always finds a way to choke when the spotlight's the largest. I mean, they had game day in Austin. The entire panel except Herb Street picked them to win.
Yeah.
Like, the writing was on the wall. In fact, I even picked them to lose last week to Oklahoma. I thought Oklahoma was going to put up more of a fight. But Texas, for me, just lacks that consistency. And now that they're in the SEC, it's a whole different challenge for them. And yes, Georgia lost to Alabama. Alabama's a great football team. So is Georgia. So are a lot of teams in the SEC.
It's a battle.
Texas isn't used to being challenged in that way. Like, yes, Baylor will have their on years. Tech will have their on years. Oklahoma had their on years. But, like, it's different. The SEC is just, quote, built different. And as an ACC person, I really hate saying that. But even then, you look at the ACC and you're like, who's in the ACC that matters besides Miami?
Will we see them rematch for the SEC title, or will it be? I mean, yesterday, Alabama pulled one out, losing to Tennessee
They
yesterday.
lost to Tennessee.
They tried to pull one out. So it's super up and down. But do you think we'll see a rematch in December?
I mean, I would think so, but I think Texas plays the first round of the playoff and gets eliminated. I don't think they're running deep.
Yeah, this time it is going to be a longer playoff. There's more teams.
There's 12
It's going to be
teams
a true
now.
playoff, not a round robin.
Absolutely. And I have no faith in Texas. I have no faith in Quinn. I have no faith in Arch. I have no faith in Coach Sark. Like, I
Let me
can't
ask
even.
you, do you have faith in Matthew McConaughey?
No, I don't. But if you ask me about Glenn Powell, the faith in that man.
Well, he was there yesterday,
They
so
both
that
were.
did it.
Yeah, Glenn Powell was there as well.
more of a twister over there than.
Hey.
But yeah, we'll say. I mean, like, here's the thing. Like, I think there's definitely a lot of pressure on Quinn, obviously, especially because he's looking to be drafted Heisman. Although I think it's going to be the Boise State running back Ashton Jeanty, if
Everybody's
not
talking
Cam
about
Ward.
him.
Those are the probably two. But Dylan Graver out of Oregon.
have you actually watched Cam Ward play?
Yeah.
He oozes charisma. And he reminds me of Patrick Mahomes. Like, his style of play, just the very, like, going with the flow and, like, I'm just going to flip the ball here. I'm going to throw a chest pass in a game. Yesterday, he threw an underhanded pass. Like, who is this man?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's right. When you're a favorite in Heisman, I mean, that's time to turn it on, and also probably a high draft pick.
Y'all just keep one little wandering eye on Kevin Jennings out of SMU. He is a real talent as well.
Yeah, I mean, was a sophomore?
He's a sophomore.
So, I mean, if he returns next year, if not this year, he's definitely going to be in that conversation. So, it's getting interesting. I know we don't talk a whole lot about college sports outside of March Madness, but I think sprinkling a little bit in because all these games are so up and down.
Let's go. Best time of the year. Fall means all sports.
Yeah, well, and I know our Rangers aren't in it, but Yankees advanced yesterday to the World Series.
My family's really excited.
So now we just got to wait to see who their dance partner is because Mets had a huge win yesterday over the Dodgers. I believe put up 12 points on them. Wow. So we'll see. I guess it goes down today.
Yes, it does.
Go Dodgers.
Go Dodgers.
You going for Dodgers? I'm rolling with the Mets because they have Grimace.
Well, it's been.
I can't pick against
Well,
Grimace.
it's been since early 2000 that we had the Mets and the Yankees.
Yeah, we win a Subway Series. That'd be so much more fun.
No way, man. Let's get all of Japan involved. I want to see Shohei Ohtani win everything. He's so cool.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. And actually, I was thinking this. I think I was talking to a Yankees fan the other day, and I was saying, last year, there's a lot of injuries, so that could have been a possibility that they could have at least faced us.
Yeah.
So now that they're healthy, how do you feel about this Yankees team in the finals?
Not only are they healthy, but like they're resilient. They were down to Cleveland in these back-to-back games that they won to clinch out the series. This last game went into extras. Who really stands out to me is Giancarlo Stanton. I feel like he goes through the regular season. We don't really talk about him much. He struggles with injuries, whatever. But somehow in this playoff, he has absolutely turned it on and has delivered when it's mattered most.
Yeah.
You think when you think the Yankees, you're thinking about Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
And this is clearly Aaron Judge's team, but Giancarlo, they are riding on the back of Giancarlo, and I'm here for it because he's been one of my favorite players, like since he was in Miami. Like I love the guy.
Yeah, definitely having a great season, postseason. So we'll see what happens. I'm intrigued because you mentioned resilient. Mets have been that too. It's that New York grit.
Yeah, very gritty.
You got to be very resilient in that city. It's what it's based around.
And I'll throw one more name out there for the Yankees, Juan Soto.
Oh yeah,
Juan Soto.
yeah. Juan Soto's having a heck of a year.
Juan Soto, 25 years old, up to be a free agent after this season. That man is going to make bank.
Come to the Rangers.
No, I mean,
we'll pay. We do pay.
He's not coming here. He's either going to stay in New York or he's going to end up in LA.
Yeah, well,
he's going to go to a major market, not a mid market.
Especially if Dodgers win it all. I mean, they're going to just be building. Why not? I mean, you paid Ohtani all that money, and it is paid off. And,
yep.
And I think we finally get to see him at the mound this next season. I think
he's coming back to pitching next year.
So he's that double threat.
Double-edged sword. Anyway, yeah, I'm really excited to see how these playoffs shake out. I miss that we're not part of it because last year was so fun.
I know, there's nothing better than that
But I also
feeling.
am not stressed, and these are really like quality games that are being played. So no complaints from me. And it's not the Astros, even less complaints.
I know, first time since 2017. Every year they've at least been in the conference or the AL.
Cheaters.
Trastros.
But no, it's good, like you said, just to sit back and just watch it all unfold.
All right. Well, we are back Tuesday night for some beer pong and Saturday for some MMA action. And, who knows? Guess what stadium we'll be in next?
Yeah, and I think we're going to go browse around. We're going to get a corn dog. We're going to check out a beer barn.
Talk to some people who work here. It'll be fun. We're going to have a lot of fun. So stay tuned to all of our content. You can find all of our channels at pouringtakes.com. Thank you again to the Cotton Bowl, to the State Fair of Texas, to Jay. This day has already been amazing.
Yes. All right, guys.
Cheers.